Bang! Hello, I present you the next video of me talking about my code and curing my depression. Let's go. Okay, so summary of the work that has been done in this video. First off, I made a couple of changes, mostly in client and in the game, like in the client game, not in on the server side. First off, I simplified a lot the main loop uh, by creating input handler and game renderer. Those are two classes that handle handle input from keyboard and mouse in the future, and game renderer just renders everything based on the current state. So the event loop is very simple. The first thing is that we capture our current timestamp, just our current time, and the two classes have reference to this variable, so they, like every class, every renderer, every input handler has like access to the same time point, so everything is synchronized. And then we capture all the events from SDL. We handle those events. After handling all events, we handle one more thing, which is skateboard state. It's used for movement of the player. And then, so the input handler basically just handles input and updates the state. And then, based on the current state, a game renderer just renders stuff. I can simply go there and see what happens here. For example, input handler, right now the only thing that it does in handle is just whether we quit the game or not. More thing happen in the handle keyboard state, in which we move our player based on whether the arrows are pressed or not. And in the renderer has two, like one renderer at this point, because I have only there is only like view of the game. There is no equipment or backpack or anything, health bar or so. So for now there is only one renderer, and this renderer, so in the render we simply use this renderer and update the window. So this renderer, it simply clears, it should not clear the whole everything, it should clear only its own area. I will fix that. Yeah, we update some internal state like progress of the move, so I will talk about moving later. Then we render map and render player. So yeah, about movement, I implemented smooth moving, which is not like jumping between tiles. It is now like it takes some time to go from one tile to another. I will try to show you this, but OBS is CPU consuming and the game is also CPU consuming. Okay, so without OBS it looks a lot better, but when I like press just one time the arrow, there is kind of animation of moving player one tile down, one tile right, left. When I press and hold the arrows, we have smooth moves for more than one tile. So I also implemented blocking. So for now, the player, like when we press arrow, for example, we are here and we press up arrow, the client see that there is a wall and it just it doesn't even like send message to server that I want to go up, because it already knows that there is no like free area there. You have a wall. So yeah, it works fine. It works in the way that the game client moves on its own actually. So when we press down, the client updates its state and then sends to the server a message that I just moved down at this timestamp and with other information, and server just validates whether that is a like valid move. For example, we could create a like cheat or a bot, whatever, that sends a message to the server that I just moved down here, but it's not possible. So server see that this move is not possible, and it corrects the position of the player. It works quite well, at least on my computer, where server and client are on the same machine. We'll see how it goes when we move servers somewhere away from the client. But yeah, as you can see on the here, the server is constantly updating. Like it sends state of the player, or one player, of the all players to every client continuously. Right now it's every twice a second, but in the future I will probably make it like 20 times a second. We'll see. So yeah, and that is basically it. It took a while. I had to implement like very basic classes and logic for this, but yeah, it works okay. The next thing will be items, so stay tuned. Bye bye.